for certificate of appropriateness in the Borough of Manhattan. It's 30-32 Howard Street, located within the Soho Cast Iron Historic District. It's docket number 16-1238. It's a neo-Grec style building designed by J.P. Snook and built in 1868. The application is to construct rooftop additions and alter the rear
Commissioners, we're
facade.
going to try and stick around to do this one and one more case. I know it's a long day, but people have come from all over the country, so sometimes you're dedicated public servants, and you have my full, gratitude. And I mean that sincerely. Okay.
Good evening, Commissioners. Abby Hurlbut, Preservation staff. The application is to install a rooftop addition at 30-32 Howard Street, which is here on the northwest corner of Howard and Crosby Streets in the Soho Cast Iron Historic District. So this is the footprint of the building. As you can see, this portion of the building comes all the way out to the lot line. It is full height, and again extends to the full depth of the lot line. This portion of the building stops here, and then there's a full height one-story addition right here, or full height. There's a one-story addition here that goes all the way to the rear of the lot line. So the point is that there's no rear yard here at all. The proposal is for an addition with two main sections. The first half is to demolish the majority of the one-story addition that exists back here, and construct a new addition which will be roughly 1 bay wide right here, and extend all the way out to the rear lot line. So it will eliminate about 1/3 of the facade, and we'll get to that in a minute, rising the full height and connecting to the second portion, which is right here, which would be 1 story on top of the main roof at 32. So the proposed addition will result in the loss of fire shuttle pintles right here. This is the bay that they intend to add on to right here. So it will be fire shutter pintles and some brick warbling up at the top here. Portions of this addition will be visible over a 2-story building over on Broadway. They did a mock-up. I'm going to buzz right through this really quickly. These are all the plans showing you how the addition is proposed. So you're going to see it over this 1-story addition here. So just as a reminder, our map is right here, right? So we're standing here looking over the 1-story addition, right? So here we go. So here's our mock-up and here's our rendering. The proposed finish of the 1-story addition will be a light beige color, and then there will be a black metal railing on top of that, which is what you're seeing over this 1-story addition. So again, here's the 2-story building, and then you're seeing portions of the 1-story addition here and maybe some bulkhead back here as you move down the block. You can see that it's a little bit more here. So the applicant would like you to know that they did work with staff to minimize the visibility of the addition, and this is what they've come up with. So if you have specific questions, unless you have anything else to add, the applicants are here. Otherwise,
Okay.
That's the proposal.
Thank you, Abby. The questions? Any questions? Okay, we may have some. Any questions, John?
Yeah, so that's it. That's the little, that rail on that picture is the only thing we can see, right? From no other angle can you see
You can't
it.
see it anywhere except
That's it.
across from the
Mayor
building.
Dierks, the preservation consultant, you can see a little bit of, not just the rail, but a little bit of addition and a little bit of bulkhead.
Right, that's on
And that's
24. It's on.
Yeah, it's the last 3 pages.
Right.
The colored
Right, okay.
photos. And only from there, that's it.
Okay, got it.
Okay, any other questions? Are there speakers on this item? Any speakers? Okay. Community Board 2 recommends approval of this application. All right, we can.
But
unless
these
there are other
back
questions.
windows will be covered up, right? I mean, because it's extended, I'm trying to see where the new elevation is. Maybe you direct me to the right page. I'm a little confused about the new elevation.
Kind of in the middle.
Okay, here we go.
That's the existing and proposed,
15, yeah, that's it.
So, sorry.
What it is 30, if you look at, I think it's the fourth page, it's a plot plan. 32 Howard is at the corner of, 30 Howard is at the corner of Crosby, and that goes the full lot. 32 doesn't go the full lot, so what you're getting is you're getting the west facade of 30, which the elevator stair tower is in front of, and then you're getting a rear facade of 32.
Right.
And the rear facade of 32, one line of windows is being made internal because the stair and elevator bulkhead are connecting to 32. So,
And likely
so
30.
this is going to be inside now.
Right. So likely 30 didn't go all the way because the windows of 32 were there, right? What?
There are windows on the west facade of 30 that are being covered up by the stair and elevator bulkhead.
They're currently blocked up.
They're currently blocked up, but they're going to be, there's
Yeah.
going to be a tower in front.
Okay,
Is that?
yeah-ish.
But the best is the plot plan on this one, which shows you better. This is 30, and then that's the new tower. The stair and elevator bulkhead structure.
All right, thank you. Any other questions? Okay, why don't we go into comments? Comments? Okay,
Where were we looking? We were just looking at the one story and then the other. Oh, we were looking from that,
To the visibility.
No, it's just, you showed something before where it was like one story and then there was something behind it. And so I was trying to figure out what.
The one-story building on Broadway, and just, so it's, you're
Oh,
seeing
that's
the
at the very
side.
end. What that is.
Page 22?
Yeah, it's the last few. That's the only place you can see it, and then that we're on Broadway. This is Broadway, and the buildings, our buildings are here. But you can see that secondary facade because there's a short building on Broadway.
all right. I think I'm okay with this. It's visible from one facade, from one street, and either it's minimally visible or it's against other various bulkheads. I think in the earlier picture you can see that, and I think it sort of just blends with it and doesn't, I don't think it calls undue attention to itself in this picture. You can see there's one behind it. And I think otherwise, the changes at the rear are all internal to a very small courtyard. Agreed? Okay, good. So then we can close the hearing. And Roberta, will you read that? Okay.
1818. Okay, in the matter of 30-32 Howard Street, Soho Cast Iron Historic District. Application is to construct rooftop additions and alter the rear facade. I recommend approval, finding that the addition and roof railing will only be minimally visible from a public thoroughfare at a distance from a limited vantage point on Broadway, and will be seen within the context of taller surrounding secondary facades and rooftop accretions. That the addition will be simply designed and finished in a neutral color, which will blend with the surrounding context and will feature a regularized profile when seen from a public thoroughfare, further helping it to recede from view. That the cable wire railing will be typical in height, simply designed and finished in a neutral color, and will maintain a height level of transparency, minimizing its perceptibility. That the scale and massing of the proposed addition will not overwhelm this large building, obscure significant aspects of the building's original massing. That although a portion of the addition will rise beyond the full height of the building and wrap over the existing parapets, this modification to the massing of the building at a small utilitarian court, which faces compatibly sized secondary facades of neighboring buildings, will not obscure significant characteristics of the form of the building or detract from a unified row or central green space. That eliminating a limited amount of fire shutter pintails and brick cobbling will not detract from any significant characteristics of the utilitarian rear of the building, and that the cumulative effect of the proposed work will not detract from the special architectural and historic character of the building or historic district.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? This application's approved.
Okay, Commissioners, the last item is item number 19. The